So I just got out of the gym and I decided to make a little breakdown since there's a lot of bad advice out there for guys who are struggling with talking to girls and so on. So I stumbled upon this video one day and it's bad. Okay, there's a whole lot of bad advice, and the problem is, this guy has subscribers and he has views and he has likes. So yeah, someone could take his advice and fuck up unilaterally. So what I decided to do is I just got out of the gym, so all my masculinity is peeking out right now. And I'm about to break down this video bit by bit, and I will tell you everything that this guy did wrong, and I will give you actual advice how you will get a girl to actually respond to you or come back to you, or how you will restore your self-respect and so on by not communicating with her at all. Because it just happened to me yesterday. I locked the girl down, okay? Nothing manipulative, just being genuine. We've known each other for like 3 months and so on, but it never happened that I was ghosting her or she was ghosting me. It never happened that she left me on red and did not respond for 7 days, 2 days, whatever. She would hop back on our conversation in a span of like 7 hours or so on. So there are women who are genuinely nice and who are genuine and will talk to you and will not play games with you. And this guy right here, what he did, oh, you're about to see, man. I feel so bad for this guy, actually.
What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down what do you do in those situations when a girl just stops texting you back.
So before we start, my advice, don't respond back to her. Again, don't double text. Do not do anything, like don't do any action, okay? Do not react, do not get mad, do not get pissy, do not react, but either block her if she's playing games for 2 days and so on, block her. If she's playing hard to get, you become impossible to get. That's been my saying for a couple months now. I took it and I'm like, I patented it now, I'm sorry, it's mine, don't take it. Figure it out on your own, what you're gonna say. But this is my phrase. No one is stealing this one from me. And yeah, do not talk to her ever again. Unless she hops back and she has a genuine excuse, which she probably doesn't. And if she does come up with a bunch of excuses and tells you 3 days, 4 days later, it's a lie, okay? She was with another guy or something like that. Just putting it out there. Before we get started, just so you know where my mindset is compared to this guy, because I'm not wasting my time, wasting my energy on low value women who play games. They are low value, okay? They think they got bigger value maybe because they look good and so on. No, sis, you gotta give us some, we ain't fucking with you if you don't give, value back, because we have value, okay? A lot of us have value, and our value goes down if we talk to these girls. Why? Because our self-respect is fucked. Just saying that, putting it out there. Okay, let's continue with the video.
How do you re-engage the conversation, get it going again without coming off as needy?
You will always come off as needy, okay? Always. Oh God. Playing fire. Jeez.
So in those frustrating situations where you're texting a girl you like, you feel that the conversation is going well, and then she just randomly stops responding, there's essentially 4 tools at your disposal that have worked pretty well for me in the past. The first is going to be to simply reopen her. So I might say something like, yo sexy, or hola linda, or send her the infamous Ryan Gosling meme. Basically, I'm just restarting the conversation. And I'll typically take this approach if it's in the early stages of the interaction, or I just feel that the reason she's not responding is something more benign. Like, I just made a random statement and she didn't respond to this. I'm not gonna take this approach if I'm really trying to make plans and I feel that she's purposely not responding to me. Second is going to be simply build on what I said earlier. So for example, I'm trying to make plans, I might say something like pick a night. And then if the girl doesn't respond in a day or two, I might say, don't think too hard now.
Nope.
So I'm basically building on what I said earlier.
This is wrong. No, because it shows that you, after 2 days or something, you actually remember what you said, you went back to the text, and you opened your conversation with her and returned back to her. She ain't bothering with you, bro. Just leave it there. Move on. Find another girl. This is... No. No, now you're coming off as needy, bro. Already.
here, and this just gives her a very gentle, non-needy push. It's like, hey, you forgot to answer me, kind of.
Why the fuck would you need to remind someone that they forgot something? If they forgot, it means that it's not important to them, okay? That's a famous line. If you forgot something, it's probably not important. That's from Two and a Half Men. That's like 2003, man. That's when that happened, 2003. That show was from 2003, and that saying was then. Come on, man. Don't waste your energy on this shit.
Respond, woman. Just kind of like a gentle nudge. It's not needy, and it'll be pretty effective as long as there's not a strong underlying reason for why she's ignoring you. Like, for example, she thinks you're only into one-night stands, or she's nervous, or she just didn't like something that you said. Particularly something along the lines of that. As long as there's not a strong underlying reason, this is a pretty effective approach to just kind of give her a gentle nudge and get the conversation going and get her to answer your question. The third is going to be a takeaway. So this might be something like, if that's cool, or if you're too nervous, I'd understand, or if you're into that sort of thing, or don't be shy. Basically, I made a push, and then she hasn't responded to it, so now I'm pulling it back, right? I'm not gonna make another push. This is a mistake guys will typically make. They'll push, push, and push. Typically made a push and didn't work, now I'm gonna pull back, I'm gonna take it away from her. And of course, this triggers the fear of loss, the most.
Wait. Whoa. Hold up. You said push, 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 and then don't do that, but everything I've been seeing up until this now for you has been push, 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 because you have been reopening the conversation. That's pushing too. So, wrong. Incredibly wrong.
People have, and it will typically get the girl to explain what her concern is, or why she didn't respond, or what exactly is going on in her mind. So for example, I sent her a racy text message, like something sexual. She didn't respond to it. I might say, if you're into that sort of thing, a few days from now. And then she might say, oh, hey, sorry, I just fell asleep. Or she might say, yeah, sorry, I didn't really I don't really like to be bent over and choked, or something like that. Whatever the fuck is relevant to my earlier message. And fourth is going to be a call out. So this is going to be my last resort.
Personally, I would never call someone out. I would not. Calling out is emotional. Calling someone out shows that you are bothered by their actions. You should actually show them by not responding, like, okay, fuck you then. and then that will trigger the, oh, wait, he's not putting me on a pedestal. He's not afraid of, doing his own thing and forgetting about me. Exactly, that's what you do. You do not call her out. Personally, I would not do that. It shows that you're angry, and it shows that it just shows emotions, man. It just shows you got kind of attached. Like, you're that bothered by someone doing that. Like, look, I was talking to a girl for a month, okay? And I don't know where she started disappearing bit by bit. I said, cool, okay, you're gonna do that? Fine. It's been 7 days. I have not responded to her, okay? I was at the gym, I was at work, I work 2 jobs, I was studying for my college exams, I was playing video games, okay? I was out with my friends, and I was talking to other girls. So what happened after 7 days? She came back. So after that, I told her, hey, you've been distant. Is something going on? She said, in those 7 days, you never bothered to, ask me something. No, exactly. Because I told her, look, if you're not going to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you. And after that conversation, she started having more interest in me. And after she started having more interest in me, she again started drifting away, bit by bit. Just to give you an example, she was calling me late at night, okay? She wanted to hear my voice. She was into me. But me, I was not giving it to her, okay? I was not giving it to her games. So one day, she just disappeared completely. Left me on red, on Snapchat, and just disappeared completely. What do you think I did? I didn't call her out. I removed her on Snapchat. You are not wasting my time, you're not wasting my energy, and sadly, you're not getting me. I am impossible to get now. You're not even friend zoned. Get away from me. That's how you do it. You don't call them out. Calling out is childish. Let's say you're in a relationship, you can do a call out then. But if it's someone you just start texting and stuff, no, don't call out. That's weak. Shows emotion. They don't like that. You're actually gonna end up being laughed at by them and their friends, like, hoo, He's triggered, sis. Yeah, yes, bitch, yes, show him. Like, fuck out of here.
Tried everything else. I've done takeaways, and I've tried to be persistent. She's just not responding to it. I'm gonna directly call out her behavior, but I'm gonna do it in a non-needy, non-butthurt way. So, for example, if I'm trying to make plans with her and she's just being very difficult, I might say, look, if you're not into this, just let me know and I can stop trying. Or for example, if she keeps using the excuse, no, I just don't have time, oh, I'm busy today, I'm busy tomorrow, I might say, look, I'm busy too, but we can both find a few hours for our love if we actually wanted to. Or, simply I might say, are you always this difficult to make plans with? Basically, I'm directly calling out her behavior, but I'm not being aggressive or, needy about it. And again, I recommend saving this for last because if you use it too early on, it's just gonna come out like too aggressive, like, whoa, where's this guy coming from? Like I was gonna text him back, or
That's
whoa,
okay,
I just fell asleep and now this guy's getting all butthurt. So you wanna use a call out when there's actually a clear reason, there's a pattern that's emerging, like you can tell that she's purposely not responding to you. That's when it's time for takeaways and call outs. All right, next to help you get this point across, I'm gonna run you guys through a layer report of mine where I actually had to use all 4 of these approaches in one interaction. This was a chick I met.
All those 4 approaches made him look like this. Jesus, this guy is sleepless. Look at him, bro. Look at his eyes, bro. She did a number on him, whoever she is.
Night gaming. We had a nice 10-minute conversation at the bar. Got her number.
Sorry.
And then I texted her that night, and this is where the conversation begins. So, as always with cold approach numbers, I just typically send her my name and see how she responds to that. So I say Alex, and we both spoke Russian, so she said, hey, Sashulia, which is like a Russian nickname for Alex. So that's the context. And then I respond in Russian, I like your WhatsApp pic, because she had like really cute pic of her wearing glasses and her tits out. So pretty sexy. And she says, thank you for the compliment. So I say, programmer by day, porn star by night. So I was referring to her job. And she says, wait, what? Did I put the naked photo as my WhatsApp pic again? So I like this girl. She has a good sense of humor. We got a good banter going. So far, so good. So I say, yes, can't be putting all those thoughts in my head like that. So again, I'm like, now I'm sexually, leading things forward in a smooth, calibrated way. This stuff I talk about in other videos. And she says, I may have to rethink my pick choice. My family communicates with me on here. Okay, so then this is where, it begins. So I say, well, we can review options over that bottle of wine. So
You just hit me the first time. I didn't see this the first time. I may have to rethink my pick choice. My family communicates with me on here. What she is saying is basically, she is totally not paying attention to your sexual interest, I guess. She is saying her family communicates with me on here. So she is basically just setting up a boundary, I think. As in, don't push, don't be sexual with me. I think that's where it's going. And of course, he's starting with a bottle of wine. Goddamn.
Typically, I would be a little bit more, more smooth in my soft close attempt. But when I met her, we had actually, made plans to split a bottle of wine together. So again, I was just kind of referencing to that. And then she doesn't respond to it. So I wait a day, and I sent her a picture of me holding a bottle of wine. So here
No. No. My boy, you fucked up. So she didn't even see your message probably, or she left your ass on red like, oh, you want that bottle of wine that we talked about, huh? Oh God. And then you sent her a picture of wine. Like, hey, I'm here holding a bottle of wine. Please hang out with me. I have no options. Come on, bro. That's weak as fuck.
Using approach number 2, where I'm basically building on what I said earlier.
Terrible.
And then she says, looks like you already finished it, because the bottle was like 2/3 empty. I say, don't worry, there's plenty more. She says, lack of alcohol is the least of my worries. I say, it's okay, I'll give you a big hug and all your worries will disappear. So you got a cool, good, flirty vibe, some banter going back and forth.
I think it's only on your part.
I engage the conversation, and then she sends me a whatever weird emoji, and she says, well, good wine usually does that trick. And then I say they pair together perfectly, red or white. So I'm getting towards the close, I'm building it up. She says, depending, white is for sipping and red is more involved. So then I say, how about for sipping with a handsome guy from Belarus? That's actually where I'm originally from. And she says, how nice, do you know of one? So it's like a playful shit test. I say, yes, he's quite the catch. And she says, well, hopefully no catching of anything. So I like her, she's being really flirty. She has a good sense of humor.
she is not flirting with you. I can already tell that, bro. So she is saying, well, hopefully no catching or anything. That means that she's not interested in you. She just told you that flat out, and you I guess you didn't register it because maybe, just maybe, you're not that much as much of an expert you thought. Because she's rejecting you. Okay. First of all, you told her you will give her a big hug, and she said a good wine just does that. So that means that she would rather just drink by herself and not let you hug her. So she is basically telling you, I'm capable of doing this all on my own. Fuck off. That's what she's telling you.
So I say, well, nope, only a good time. And then she doesn't respond back. So I wait 2 days.
Obviously.
And here I do a little bit of a takeaway. So I say, if you're into that sort of thing, right? So kind of said, only a good time. It's a pretty sexual inference, and now I'm taking it away. And then she says, good time, who isn't? Which is the response I kind of expected.
Again.
I say, just making sure. We should split a bottle of wine sometime soon then. So here I go for another soft close. She says, split, question mark, LOL. So she's...
Okay, split. So she is asking you, split? What the fuck you mean? No, I'm gonna do it on my own. And she's laughing at you already. She says, LOL, that's laughing out loud. She is laughing at the fact that you think that you will drink wine with her. She is laughing at that. Damn, bro, you weak. You should have ended this at the first day, bro. God damn, it's just reasons upon reasons upon reasons why you should not talk to this chick ever again. She probably got another guy too.
She's just kind of playfully teasing me. I say yes, as in drink together. And obviously she says, I'm kidding. Was going to say, I can do my own bottle.
Exactly.
So I say, damn girl, you gangster. And again, she does not respond. So I wait 2 days and I say, in Russian, what are your plans for the evening? So here I'm doing approach number one. I'm alternating back and forth. But I'm basically just restarting the conversation. Again, I'm just re-engaging it. She says, hey, already booked for tonight. So then I say, all right, I'm going to book you for tomorrow night, though.
No.
She says, lol, so personal question for you. Why a propensity to hang out with a much older woman? Why not play with girls your own age? So she was like in her, I think...
She just told you were a kid, bro.
mid-40s, but she was a fucking smoking hot MILF, so totally working for me. So here, the age objection, this is common. And, my favorite way to answer this is with what I said next. I say age is just a number. I've dated women from early 20s to late 40s. It always came down to the person, not the year on their driver's license. One big plus I found with older women is a higher sex drive and better communication, which matches with me. So I've been using this response whenever I get the age concern or objection. And basically, I like this because it addresses the concern. This is the reason why I like older women. And then it also directs the question to a more positive thing. Like, I'm qualifying her. Yeah, you guys have a higher sex drive. And it's a general statement that most women will agree with. Like, yeah, well, I do have a really high sex drive. Haha, how did you know? Or something like that. But she does not respond. So I wait a few more days, and then I say, am I wrong?
My boy was hurt with that butt. I'm sorry, bro, but you're looking out weak. You are looking weak out here. Damn, man.
So this is a takeaway. So I made a statement. Now I'm taking it away. And she says, hi, I'm sorry. I'm in conference.
He hit her with the Lane Staley from Wood. Am I wrong? Yes, you're wrong. End it, bro.
Today, I will touch base later. God. I just say okay because I don't want to push too hard, and then she again. This is a good thing about waiting. Whenever you're going to re-engage the conversation or use any one of these approaches, you always want to wait a day or two because I thought that she wasn't going to say anything to okay, but the next day she responds, "Hi there, my apologies. My professional life keeps me incredibly busy," and keeps adding, "We'll meet up for that glass of wine."
She's giving
some point.
Okay. She is giving him breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs is when basically a girl says, she gives you a glimpse of hope, let's say, because that's when you know you're sort of a low value guy, because she is just giving you breadcrumbs. Do you think she's doing this to the guy she's interested in? No, she's there immediately. Like, oh hey, I'm just going home from work. I need to, sort my laundry and so on. Do you think she is going to say no to a guy she's interested in? No. He says, look, I don't care. Come over. She says, okay, honey, I'm coming over. Exactly. Like this guy. Worst advice ever. She may respond back, but you keep digging yourself a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. Basically, like Lamb of God, in the ditch that you dug yourself.
So here, I try to make plans. I say, I understand what's your schedule like. And she just sends me one of these and says, just to put in perspective for you, I'm just leaving the office. So I say, busy woman, gotta take some time to relax. She says, indeed I do. I say, I'll get the wine and massage oil ready. She says, well, let's start with the wine. So again, good banter. So then I say, sounds good. When should I pencil you in for? So again, trying to make plans. And then she says, lol, you are learning? And then it's good.
That's sarcasm, what she just said. Lol, you're learning. That means, oh, you have not still made me interested. You are still not good at texting me. She is annoyed, guy. She is annoyed. And she's playing you. She's enjoying it. Her ego is through the fucking roof, probably.
Like a little bit of a condescending message, so I actually decide not to respond to her and see if she'll double text me. My plan was to message her the next day, but then she just winds up forwarding me a funny video. So then I just kind of build
breadcrumbs
on that.
again.
So I say, lol, well, it's been almost a week since my last drink. She says, sounds like you need intervention. I say, save me. She says, lol, you need to be saved. So a funny thing about this girl, she just kind of likes to playfully give me shit, which is fine. I have no problem with that. I say, I'm beyond saving, but let's grab a drink anyway. So another soft close attempt. And she says, lol, that's a spirit. So
her telling you that's a spirit. Okay, let's just say you're talking to a girl that's disinterested and she says, LOL, that's the spirit. That means, yeah, that's the spirit of looking like a complete fucking idiot and a weak guy in my eyes. That's a spirit, good on you that you are still trying, but still not getting me.
I think you're starting to notice a pattern here. There's a pretty clear pattern that she's responsive, she's flirty, she's investing.
She's not flirty
Whenever I try
at
to
all.
make plans, actually, get the meetup, she always just kind of derails the conversation and gives me a roundabout answer. So
exactly,
then I say,
she doesn't
yes,
want to
now
talk
we
to
just
you.
need to pick a night. And then she just gives me one of these, right? Again, so she's kind of like, she's not directly ignoring me, but she's kind of like,
Yeah, keep having your hopes up.
trying to move
evil.
the conversation forward, and she just keeps moving it sideways. So there's a clear pattern that's emerging here. So then my next approach is voice memos. So I send her a voice memo.
No.
She sends me one back. I send her another one, and again, she doesn't respond to it. So I wait a few days, and then I take approach number one, and I just restart the conversation. So I say working hard or hardly working. She says, still at work. I see you changed your photo. And I say, you noticed? And she says, I think that was the point. And then I say, I could tell you needed a distraction. And then she says, and you did it only for me.
She is fucking grilling you. She is fucking killing you, bro. This is why you look like this. Oh my god. She did not let this man sleep for ages.
Optimistic thinking. So then I say, of course, even got the best wine for us.
Because you
she says,
still talk about fucking wine. You have nothing else to offer but the wine. Bro, you're so unoriginal.
Wow, impressed. Opus Chateau or Les Child. I don't really know shit about wine that much, so I don't.
Clearly.
I just say, let's not ruin all the surprise now. And she says, yes, let's not. And I actually was leaving town, so I wanted to just keep it going. So I say, I'm flying to New Jersey today, but we're getting together after I get back. So basically what I'm doing with this message is I'm actually making it seem like I'm the one that can't hang out with her. Like, oh, even though she didn't ask me to hang out, I'm like, oh, well.
Now, after like 10 fucking tries to talk to her and get her out, now you're the busy one. You think she's not picking up on that? This is why you set the frame immediately. This is why you tell a girl, I cannot hang out with you today. I cannot hang out with you this week. But maybe, but you got to stick to that, at least if you're not a manipulative piece of shit. But yeah, she caught on that. She really caught on that.
I can't hang out because I'm going to New Jersey today, but we'll hang out when I get back. It's another, little technique that can work sometimes. She says, safe flight.
Not
Is
in
that a
this
fact?
case.
I say, definitely. And she says, yes, sir. And then she's what's in Jersey, a little family get together, nice enjoy, thanks. So yeah, so you can see that this is a girl that's worth putting energy into because she's fun, she's hot, and she's
No, boy, it's not worth putting into anything. I would not even bother with her after the first interaction, man. This is bad. And it's a bad look for your channel, bro. You're looking weak out here. Weak! God damn, man. Like, go to the gym or some shit, man. Stop worrying about fucking girls, man. Let them come to you. Exactly what I said. Let girls come to you. The girl that I said that I locked down was the girl that started the conversation with me. I did not pay any attention to her. And it just happened, okay? And now I don't know where it's going, but like, she's nice. She's responsive. She is accountable, smart, genuine. She has a good soul. So let them come to you. You cannot do this, man. This is bad. If you ever take his advice, I will never feel sorry for you. I'm sorry.
She's actually investing in the conversation. You know, she's not just giving me one-word answers. If that was the situation, I would have stopped responding a long time ago. So I see some potential here, right? It's just at this point, I really need to use, all my fucking text game skills to get the meetup.
No.
So then when I get back, I say, guess where I am? So this is approach number 1. I'm just restarting the conversation again. She says, not my apartment, I hope. Lol. I say, I flip it around at her. I say, you wish, but no, I'm back in Miami.
Yeah, she wishes you were not in her apartment.
I say, you tell me. So there's a lot of you see like verbal, frame juggling, like we're just both trying to like control the frame. It's kind of funny if you look at it from an outside perspective.
No, it's weak.
And she says, well, it seems like you have made a concrete statement. Lol, welcome back. Then I say thanks, but real welcome should be done in person, maybe with some wine.
Wine again.
Again, soft closing again. It's like the 5th or 6th time. She says, indeed, you should. And then I say, pick a night. And then again, she doesn't respond. So I wait 2 days, and I use the example I referenced earlier, where I build on what I said earlier and say, don't think too hard. She sends me a voice memo. I send her a voice memo back, but she says, haha, cute. I say, I'll make you a deal, such as, let's meet for a drink sometime this week. You bring the cute nerd glasses, I'll make it 400%. So I'm referencing to something that she said in the voice memo. She says,
he has given her so many compliments, and she never ever told him anything nice. Have you noticed that? She has never complimented his physique, his facial structure, his eyes, for example. She hasn't given him a single nice word. Okay? And he's pouring it all out into this chick. Yeah, you got really nice glasses. You are sexy and all of that. Bro, and you said she's worth investing into. If she is not reciprocating that energy, you leave it off, bro. This is wrong. And again, you look like a simp.
oh, you want just the glasses? Again, she's playfully teasing me. I say, nah, you're part of the package. She sends me that emoji that she loves. I say, deal, question mark. She says, you got it. And then I say, perfect. What evening works best? And she doesn't respond again. So this is a clear pattern here. I've tried numerous times, and it's been already several days. So then I do a call out. I say, look, I get it. I'm busy too. But I know we can both find a little time if we actually wanted to. And it works pretty well because she sends me a very detailed response explaining her schedule. And then, there's still another few weeks of
whole lot of excuses. She doesn't want to meet you, bro. Whole lot of excuses.
Text games, but ultimately I do wind up getting the meetup. We hook up. The sex was actually pretty epic. And if you're interested in seeing the rest of the screenshots, I'm going to link it in the forums. I wrote about this whole LR with all the screenshots from start to finish. And that kind of wraps it up. Now, I do want to reiterate that not one of these approaches will be
when I was watching this video, there was I think it was a week ago or something like that when I saw this video. But rewatching this, I just noticed that this guy edited out the part where he's talking about that he did indeed meet up with her and have sex with her. And he said that the sex was epic. Pretty epic. Who the hell says that today? So I think he realized that he cannot lie. He did not meet up with her. He did not have sex with her. He did not even touch her, didn't even squish her shoulder, bro. None of that. He deleted it, I think. He re-edited the video and cut the part where he talks about having sex with her, because that did not happen. Yeah, whole lot of weak shit. Okay, if you ever do this, you are doomed from the start. Jesus, man, this is so. Man, this is why I hate dating apps, because from the start you give women the power. Because you swipe them, they swipe you, and you gotta make the first approach, and now she doesn't have to do basically anything. Goddamn. Yeah, it's weak. Okay, man, it's weak. I'm sorry, Alex, Salesh, whatever. I just noticed that your face is really looking fucked up, man. You have not slept for a long time. You have been losing your shit over this girl still. He's probably still dreaming of her. She's his sleep paralysis demon. Like,
Effective
damn.
if you're being needy and you
You
don't
were
wait a
needy,
day or
okay,
two
Alex?
between sending
You
a
were
message.
needy.
That is key. You don't want to be like fucking doing call outs if it's only been 30 minutes since the last message. Because
Okay,
the
that's
girl
true.
likely would be so like, whoa, bro, I was actually going to text you back. So you got to be
Maybe.
patient, got to give it a day or two before you reinitiate the conversation.
No.
Because more often than not, the girl will actually respond if you had just waited. Hopefully you guys found this video valuable.
Sometimes.
Show us some love by smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell for notifications. And also, if you haven't already, check out our very detailed ultimate introductory guide to getting laid on Tinder. We wrote this giant ebook, and it's one.
I'm sorry, Alex, but I'm never gonna take your advice. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna. I don't think anyone with an ounce of brain and experience would take this shit. Only simps would do this.
100% free. I will link in the description below. Thank you guys
Terrible.
for watching, and until next time.
Thank God it's over. Yeah, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Anyways, guys, I hope you found this useful. I hope my advice has been useful. Just remember that. Set your frame. Do not let her play you. If she is trying to play hard again and she's actually interested in you, this is what you do. Cut off the communication, cut off contact, and yeah, meet other people. And post on stories or whatever how you're having fun with your friends or something like that. That is going to be eating her from the inside, because now she realizes, oh wait, I'm not bothering him. I'm going to text him now to see what's really going on if he's playing. And when you are sticking to your words and when you are sticking to your frame, that's how you filter out the bad ones. This is a bad one. This is how you filter them out. This, I would not consider this a partner in any shape or form. I wouldn't even consider this a sexual partner. I would not even consider this a friend. She's disingenuous, she's playing games, and she is kind of evil. So yeah, that's it, guys. Anyways, I'm going to be making more videos about this because I seriously want to help you, and I've been successful in my life, so why not share it with others and share my knowledge and my techniques. I mean, those are not techniques. There's no strategies. This is not a war where I have to strategize or something like that. This is not some fucking hard boss in Dark Souls where you have to apply strats to beat him. No, this is just sticking to your frame, knowing your mental health, doing the best for your mental health, hitting the gym, prioritizing yourself, and at that point, when you prioritize yourself for real, ain't no girl gonna be a problem. This girl is a problem in his eyes. That's why he's sleepless. Yeah. Playing Fire, you're the worst fucking dating channel I know. Anyways, have fun, guys. Goodbye.